How's it going, guys? Dynamic Entory here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle Dokkan Festival event guide video. In this video I'm going to show you how I personally no-stone the full power Frieza Dokkan Festival.
Dynamic! Fatality.
So after a few successful and a few failed attempts with a few team variations, this is ultimately the team that I've settled on. Double Broly leader, because you need the strength type key and the attack boost in order to take on the physical version of Frieza that you're going to fight at the end. However, you're fighting a tech third form Frieza first and a agility final form Frieza second. So there's obviously already the problem of how a strength type mono team is supposed to deal with the agility card that comes before the physical boss. And I'm sure that most of you who have attempted the event with a strength mono have already died at least once to the agility final form Frieza. And I do have to say, even with a team that is kind of aimed at circumventing that problem, I still struggle a little bit with the agility final form Frieza from time to time, but let me just tell you how I plan to beat him with this team. So obviously double Broly leader. In JP you could use a double Gogeta leader, and Gogeta ignores typing with his attacks, so he wouldn't have any problem knocking out the agility final form Frieza. But we don't have Gogeta yet on global, so we have to make do with what we have. Aside from the Brolys, my main damage dealers here are Super Saiyan 3 Goku at Super Attack level 10 and Super Saiyan God Goku at, I think, Super Attack level 3. Those two cards are the main damage dealers here. All the rest of them are basically support. Broly gives the attack boost and the ki boost, and then I have the Tech Super Saiyan 2 Goku in order to be able to block the agility one, and this Tech type unit actually gives strength type units plus 2 ki. So that's an additional boost for my strength type team, even after I've dealt with agility final form Frieza. Then I'm running the strength type Golden Frieza, the Dokkan Awakened one from the second form. You might have already seen me nuke Broly with physical Gotenks under the assistance of this Frieza. He disables your enemy's guard. That means if this Golden Frieza hits the agility final form Frieza, every strength unit that follows after him will do normal damage to him instead of reduced damage. So with that Golden Frieza, Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan God Goku can pretty much knock out agility Frieza on their own. And then the final card I have in here, one of the most crucial components here, is Vampire Man. Actually, I think he's called Dracula Man. In any case, he is an R card that you can pull from the Dragonball summons from the World Tournament, and some of you may have discarded him, but you shouldn't discard cards like these because they're actually really useful. First of all, his leader skill would be that I am immune to negative effects. That would mean that Frieza cannot lock my characters if I use him as a leader. I don't use him as a leader, I've experimented with it, but I don't think it's worth it. I think it's better to still use Broly. But for those of you who don't have Broly, that might be an option. More importantly, his super attack, called Blood Sucking, seals your enemy's super attack for 2 turns. That means if he hits Physical Frieza with his super attack, Physical Frieza cannot do his stupid one-hit death move for 2 turns. And if you play your cards correctly, you can actually keep Frieza in that loop and he will never do his super attack. So that's a pretty cool counter. Super attack sealing units are in general extremely useful, as has been pointed out on the subreddit threads. Not only for the physical Frieza, but for pretty much every Dokkan festival and especially the super strikes. So keep your super attack sealers around. SR cards and even some R cards like this one can have some really good use in some events. In terms of the item loadout, I use Dende, Senzu Bean, the shoe item, and a Ghost Usher. The Dende and Senzu Bean are there, first of all, of course, to heal me, but second, their secondary effect is to negate all status effects. That means if I have to move around my characters, even though Frieza is locking them, you can use a Senzu Bean or a Dende, and then you can freely move them around again. If you're running out of Senzu Beans and Dendes, you can also use the Herb item, which removes status effects. The Herb item is really useless in pretty much every other event, so use that as much as you can. The Shoe item gives plus 3 ki for 1 turn. If you have the Fruit of the Tree of Might, that's obviously better, but I'm running a bit short on those, so I'm using Shoe. And Ghost Usher, I think, needs no explanation. So let's get right into the event. I do have to say, the stage design here is kinda weird, but all you really have to know is take the right hand side, the right cloud, because the right cloud is going to take you to where the key spots are, and in all Dokkan festivals you pretty much want to go for the key slots and not for the items, because the event is really damn hard, so why the hell would you try to get items which you might not even be able to keep if you lose? Okay, so my Tech Goku got a really large key boost here, and another one. Okay, well, I would have preferred if it would have gone to Super Saiyan 3 Goku or Super Saiyan God Goku, but Tech Super Saiyan 2 Goku is a decent attacker, at least for the agility part of the event. Okay, so as I said, you're fighting Tech 3rd Form Frieza first. He can be a bit of a bitch, but he does not lock in your characters, so he's among the easier cards here. I'm going to do a super attack with Broly and definitely also Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who is my main damage dealer in this team, and very nice, the Tech key slots, key orbs I mean, lined up really well too, so I can do a super attack with all three here. And the Tech 3rd Form Frieza actually dies pretty quickly if you super attack him, so I think Goku is enough here, the Super Saiyan 3 one. He does almost 200 damage when 200,000 damage when he's linked up with Bro. Oh wow, that's 230,000. Well, usually he does around 200,000 when he's linked up to Broly. Okay, so that's the first part. Now for the shitty part where you fight Agility Final Form Frieza. Of course, they didn't choose the Tech one. That would be too goddamn easy. They had to pick the Agility one to screw over all of us who want to use a Strength Mono team against Physical Frieza. Okay, so I'm going to Ghost Usher him. I know you might think that's overkill, but I need this guy to be gone. I need to destroy him before he hits me too many times. And the way I do this is, you place Golden Frieza in first place so he disables guard, and then you hit him with your Broly or whichever damage dealer you have, and it will go through as if he wasn't a strength type unit. And I don't really care what the Dracula man does right now, because I don't need to seal this guy's super attack. It would be useful if I would, but I'm not going to use an item to ensure it. So this does around 35,000 here, and now Broly should do normal damage to him. It's not going to be effective, obviously, that would be overpowered, but 60,000, that's pretty much how much damage he would deal to, for example, a Tech type unit. Okay, so I definitely wanna use Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan 3 effectively this round, so let me just think about what to do here. I should probably use an item. I will use Shu here and ensure that I can use super attacks. Since my characters are locked, I cannot move them around, and I don't think it's worth using a Dende yet. In exchange, these two super powerful cards will do their super attacks. It will probably not be enough to take out the Agility Frieza though, because I don't have my guard disabler here, my guard breaker, so they only do about half damage. It should get him pretty close to death though, so hopefully I can knock him out next turn. This Agility Frieza is really a nuisance. I hate him. I hate him a lot more than the Physical Frieza that we're going to fight later. And that's why you see me spend all of these spend all of these items in the Agility Frieza fight. Usually, I would always recommend keeping your items around for the final Dokkan Festival boss. But in this case, for God's sake, knock out the Agility Final Form Frieza before it's too late, and you won't have to deal with it, and you won't really need all of the items in the physical fight. Okay, so I just dealt with the Agility one. So next up is Physical Full Power Frieza, with all of his ugliness. What is super important here is that I use Vampire Man to seal his super attack right away. And to do so, I have to do Vampire Man's... I keep calling him Vampire Man, his name is Dracula Man. I have to do Dracula Man's super attack so that I can seal his super attack for 2 turns. I also definitely want Super Saiyan God Goku to do his super attack, and probably Broly too. Yeah, let's go with Broly too. I could have saved it for Super Saiyan 3 Goku. There goes the countdown. And in fact, once you're using Dracula Man, you will notice you actually prefer him doing the countdown versus the attacks. Because the attacks can hurt you. But the countdown, who cares? Who gives a shit about the countdown if you're using a card like Dracula Man or any other super attack sealer. For example, Physical Bardock also does super attack sealing. A lot of the R Dragon Ball cards do it, so if you pulled Dragon Ball summons and didn't like your summons because they were R's, go check them out. Some of them do seal super attacks. Not all of them, the Mummy Man does not, but some of them do, like the Ninja. Okay, we're in the next turn. The Golden Frieza actually has the advantage of also reducing defense by 50%. That doesn't do a lot, but it does increase your damage slightly. So it's always a good idea to attack with that card first. If you don't have this Golden Frieza, you can use the regular second form, but he has a key condition on his passive, and then there's a lot of different cards that also can disable guard, but I don't think they're all that ideal for this stage, since I don't think they're strength typed. Okay, so Frieza did another countdown, but I still love that. Please do as much of that countdowning as you want. There are a lot of references in this Dokkan Festival, and I really love it, like the passive of the first form Frieza being 53% up, a reference to him having 530,000 power level, and then the fact that you have Frieza count down as if it's like 5 minutes. I really enjoy it. I mean, I know that's not explicitly what he's doing, but he's counting down, and Frieza counting down is freaking funny. So once again here, I absolutely need Dracula Man to do his super attack here. If I don't get to do that, then Frieza will pretty much blast me to oblivion with one of his stupid one-hit KO super attack blasts. By the way, the animation of that blast is awesome. It's kind of ridiculous how big that blast is when it zooms out from Earth. It's beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to use the shoe item here to get my Super Saiyan God Goku super attack going too. We're pretty much halfway done here. After this turn, probably more than halfway done. He has 4 health bars, and that was his third one, so now he has 2 more left. Dracula Man, I think actually I have him at super attack level 10, or maybe just super attack level 4 or something, but he's doing quite a bit of damage for an R card. Of course, he is awakened. If you don't have him awakened, it's pretty cheap to awaken R cards, so just quickly train him up in Popo's training or feed some N cards to him, and he'll be really easy to awaken. We're used to awakening SSRs, so we're used to awakening being annoying and long, but with Dracula Man, it goes very quickly if you need him. Okay, so what could I do here? I don't really want Tech Goku to block Frieza, but I don't think I have a choice, so let's hope that he can actually withstand that attack. It might get a bit tight now. It shouldn't do more than 20,000, right? I mean, I don't think it ever did more than 20. Let's see what happens. Well, first, Tech Goku attacks, obviously. Doesn't do all that much damage, but 30k is respectable enough. In fact, it's pretty much the same amount that Dracula Man is doing. But that's not a fair comparison, because Dracula Man's typing is advantageous. Okay, I need Super Saiyan 3 Goku to do his super attack. I mean, his passive probably didn't trigger right now, because my health is too low, but I still definitely need that super attack. It hits very strongly, even if you don't have his passive activate. Okay, so I need Broly and Super Saiyan 3 Goku to link up. Their 15% damage boost is quite necessary. And on top of that, I think I'm going to use the Senzu Bean in order to move Broly and Goku around, so I can do the super attack with Goku. Because the other way around, there was no way with Goku locked in for him to do his super attack. And now, Dracula Man with another super attack. He better do it. Is that enough? No, it's not. God damn. Okay, well, no super attack from Dracula Man. That's really risky. I do have to hope now that Super Saiyan 3 Goku knocks him down hard enough so that I can knock him out next turn, because he is going to one-hit KO me since I didn't seal his super attack. Okay. Dracula Man gets in the 10,000 damage. And now Super Saiyan God Goku first. Perfect. No more items left, but that agility line of ki there is looking sweet. I'm going to... Oh, wait, that's only 5 ki, right? Okay, just let me think about this here. No more items. That's 5 ki. Oh man, this is going to be clutch. Okay, I'm going to pick just anything here and set up the next turn. That's what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to pick only 1 ki for all of them. I am going to assume that Frieza is not doing his super attack yet. I don't think he should be doing it. If I recall correctly, he was not yet at 1. If he was, then holy shit, that was lucky, but he didn't do his super attack. So now is the time to knock him out. And Super Saiyan 3 Goku is locked, is he? Yeah, he is, right? Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. I can do my super attack with the Tech Super Saiyan 2 Goku and with Broly, and that just has to be enough. It has to be enough. I mean, Goku does his super attack too, and if that hit from Frieza is not a one-hit KO, then I should be fine too. Oh, Dokkan mode activated too. Okay, great. This is one of those longer fights where Dokkan mode has been activating quite regularly for me. I basically almost forgot this thing existed, because you don't usually see it. Okay, Dokkan mode, I hit all 7 of them, which should give me back some decent HP. So I'm definitely surviving the hit from Frieza, assuming it's not the one-hit KO. And that means, if it's not a one-hit KO, it should be enough. But actually I think Tech Goku and Broly are enough to knock out Frieza. Let's see. Okay, yeah, Broly is definitely enough here. That's how you do this event. No stones used. I'm going to try tech nuking Frieza next, and I'm probably going to do a video about that. Tell me in the comments down below how you beat this event. Are you using a strength mono team? There's definitely some cool things you could do. You could use the agility Golden Frieza to block. You could use more tech units. And of course you could try nuking. So I'm going to do a few more videos on this event, probably trying different methods. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Drop a comment down below how you're beating this event and what you pulled on the banner. Check out my summon video if you haven't seen it already. It was completely bonkers what I pulled. And check out my channel for other Dokkan Battle stuff that I do. And subscribe if you're interested. I'll see you guys in the next video that I'll make. Bye guys.